Red snapper is one of the most popular fish in cuisine thanks to its delicious and nutritious meat. To catch red snapper effectively, fishermen often use nets, hooks, or traps. The ideal time to catch is early morning or late afternoon, when the fish are active. Fishermen often look for areas with strong currents or near coral reefs, where red snapper often gather. Using live baits such as shrimp or small fish will increase the chance of catching fish. When fishing, you need to wait patiently and adjust the depth of the bait to match the water level where the fish usually swim. In addition, preserving the fish after catching is also very important to keep it fresh. The fish should be kept in an ice box immediately after fishing to ensure quality for future meals. After catching, the processing of red snapper also needs attention. Fishermen often clean the fish on the spot, removing the organs to keep the fish from smelling fishy. The fish can then be frozen or stored in ice, which helps preserve the flavor and nutrients. If you intend to prepare it immediately, red snapper can be prepared in many ways, such as grilled, fried or steamed. Grilled red snapper is often marinated with spices, such as garlic, chili, and fish sauce, creating a delicious, rich flavor. In addition, red snapper is also very suitable for cooking sour soup or making salad, bringing diversity to family meals. Finally, to ensure the sustainability of aquatic resources, fishermen need to comply with fishing regulations and be aware of environmental protection. Protecting the fish habitat not only helps maintain red snapper resources but also contributes to preserving the marine ecosystem. To protect red snapper resources and other fish species, fishermen need to comply with regulations on seasons and minimum sizes when catching. This not only ensures the sustainable development of fish resources, but also contributes to the protection of juvenile fish, giving them the opportunity to grow and develop to adulthood. In addition, the application of environmentally friendly fishing methods, such as non-tangle nets or fishing with natural baits, is also very important. These methods not only minimize the loss of other fish species but also protect the marine ecosystem from negative impacts. Fishermen should also regularly participate in training courses on marine conservation and modern fishing methods. Helping to improve their knowledge and skills. Cooperation between fishermen and environmental protection organizations will create great strength in protecting precious marine resources. Finally, consumers also play an important role in promoting sustainability. Choosing fish from sustainable fishing sources not only supports fishermen, but also contributes to protecting the environment and maintaining aquatic resources for future generations. To raise awareness of protecting aquatic resources, propaganda and education campaigns for the community on sustainable consumption of red snapper are also essential. NGOs and local authorities can coordinate to organize seminars and food festivals to introduce the benefits of sustainable fish consumption and simple ways for people to participate. Moreover, developing sustainable aquaculture models is also an effective solution. By applying new technology in red snapper farming, farmers can create clean, safe and environmentally friendly products. These products not only meet consumer demand but also contribute to the conservation of natural fish resources. In addition, the use of technology in fishing is also becoming a trend. Positioning devices and sonar help fishermen locate red snapper more accurately, reducing the time and effort spent. These technologies not only increase fishing efficiency but also contribute to the protection of other fish species during the fishing process. In short, red snapper fishing must be carried out in a responsible and sustainable manner. From fishermen to consumers, everyone can contribute to the protection of marine resources, so that red snapper and other aquatic species continue to thrive. Benefiting current and future generations to implement sustainable solutions in the fishing and consumption of red snapper. Coordination among stakeholders is essential. Local governments need to develop and enforce policies to protect fish stocks, regulate fishing times, fishing areas and fish handling procedures to prevent overfishing. The processing industry can also play an important role by committing to using sustainably caught red snapper. Processing companies should seek certification from reputable organizations, making it easier for consumers to recognize that their products come from sustainably managed and harvested fish. In addition, developing ecotourism, where visitors can experience traditional red snapper fishing methods and learn about marine ecosystems, also brings double benefits. Ecotourism not only preserves local fishing culture, but also contributes to generating additional income for fishermen, and raising awareness of environmental protection. Finally, connecting fishing communities with researchers and experts is also essential. Research programs can provide valuable information on the status of fish stocks, growth trends and health of red snapper populations, thereby helping fishermen adjust their fishing methods accordingly. In short, conserving red snapper resources is not just the responsibility of one person but a joint effort of the whole community. Active participation from the government, fishermen, Businesses and consumers will create a sustainable future for the fishing industry and marine ecosystems. To continue building a sustainable future for red snapper resources, raising awareness and educating the community is extremely important. Training programs should not only focus on fishing techniques but also include knowledge about ecological conservation, the rights and responsibilities of fishermen in protecting resources. This will help them better understand the impact of fishing activities on the environment and encourage them to practice sustainable methods. In addition, creating cooperative groups among fishermen can bring many benefits. These groups can share experiences, resources and knowledge about sustainable fishing methods. They can also jointly develop conservation strategies, such as creating marine protected areas where red snapper and other aquatic species can grow and thrive without being affected by fishing activities. Participation in global networks can also help fishing communities to improve their status. By connecting with international organizations and conservation groups, fishermen can learn from successful models around the world and contribute to larger-scale conservation efforts. Finally, support from governments and NGOs is essential to develop policies that encourage fishermen to switch to sustainable fishing methods. These policies could include funding programs, technical assistance, and infrastructure development needed to support sustainable fishing. In short, red snapper conservation is not only an urgent task, but also an opportunity for sustainable community development. When all parties work together, sharing knowledge and resources, we can create a bright future for both fishermen and marine ecosystems. To promote the sustainable development of red snapper resources, branding of fish products is also important. Fishermen can collaborate to create regional red snapper products, thereby creating added value for the product. This not only helps increase fishermen's income but also attracts the attention of consumers, especially those interested in clean and sustainable food. In addition, promoting red snapper through media channels, social networks or culinary events can also create great interest from consumers. Programs introducing red snapper dishes at food fairs or tourism events can highlight the taste and nutritional value of this fish, thereby encouraging consumption. An indispensable factor in the effort to conserve fish resources is regular monitoring and research on the status of fish populations. Research institutions and universities can collaborate with fishermen to collect data, assess population health and make recommendations on appropriate fishing times and methods. This information will help fishermen adjust their operations to the actual situation. Finally, building a support network among fishermen as well as between fishermen and scientists. Authorities and businesses will be key to implementing sustainable solutions. When there is close connection and operation, stakeholders can easily share information, experiences and resources, thereby creating a more sustainable ecosystem for the whole community. In short, to conserve and develop red snapper resources, active and closely coordinated participation from all stakeholders is essential. With joint efforts, we can create a sustainable future not only for red snapper but for all aquatic species and our precious marine ecosystems. In addition to these efforts, the application of technology in the capture and management of red snapper resources also plays an important role. Technology such as sensors and GPS devices can help fishermen identify areas with high fish density, thereby reducing the time and cost of fishing. Using mobile applications to monitor and report red snapper status also helps raise awareness and responsibility of fishermen towards the resource. Initiatives on the use of renewable energy in fishing activities are also noteworthy. For example, installing solar power on fishing boats not only reduces operating costs but also contributes to environmental protection. This can create a model for other fishermen, encouraging them to invest in green solutions. Combining scientific research with fishing practices can also bring about innovative solutions. Workshops between fishermen and scientists can help develop new fishing methods. Based on knowledge of red snapper behavior and changes in their habitat. Furthermore, it is important to encourage fishermen to participate in conservation and ecosystem restoration projects. Coral reef planting or natural habitat restoration programs can create ideal environments for red snapper to grow and thrive. Active participation by fishermen not only helps protect the environment but also enhances the value of fisheries resources in the area. Finally, community participation is important in creating a culture of environmental protection. Organizing coastal cleanup events, educating about conservation, and encouraging consumers to choose food from sustainable fish sources will contribute to raising awareness and responsibility of the whole community. In short, to protect and develop red snapper resources, a comprehensive strategy is needed. Combining technology, education, community cooperation, and environmental conservation. When all parties work together for a common goal, we will be able to maintain and develop precious marine resources for future generations. Red snapper fishing is usually done by methods such as line, net or trap. depending on geographical and weather conditions. The ideal time to catch is early morning or late afternoon, when the fish are active. Fishermen often use natural bait such as shrimp or small fish to attract red snapper. After catching, the fish need to be processed immediately to maintain freshness. Red snapper is usually cleaned, the organs removed, and can be frozen or stored in ice. In terms of processing, red snapper is very diverse with many different ways of processing. One of the popular dishes is grilled red snapper, often marinated with garlic, chili, fish sauce and other spices, creating a delicious, rich flavor. In addition, red snapper can also be fried, steamed with soy sauce or cooked in sour soup, bringing richness to the meal. Red snapper dishes are not only delicious but also very nutritious, satisfying the taste of many people. After processing, red snapper can be decorated with raw vegetables, spices or fresh lemon to add flavor and aesthetic value to the dish. In particular, grilled red snapper is often served with dipping sauces such as salt, pepper, lemon or sweet and sour fish sauce, creating a harmonious combination between the natural sweetness of the fish and the characteristic sour and salty taste of the dipping sauce. In addition to main dishes, red snapper can also be processed into attractive appetizers, such as red snapper salad mixed with mango, bringing novelty and excitement. For soups, red snapper cooked with herbs, tamarind or pineapple is not only delicious but also nutritious, very suitable for family meals. When processing red snapper, retaining the fresh flavor of the fish is very important. Fishermen and chefs often pay attention to not using too many strong spices, but instead emphasizing the natural sweetness of the fish. Thanks to that, red snapper not only becomes a delicious dish but also a great nutritional choice for health, contributing to enriching local cuisine in addition to traditional dishes. Red snapper can also be prepared in many modern styles, bringing a new culinary experience. For example, red snapper can be made into sashimi, when thinly sliced and eaten raw with soy sauce and wasabi, helping to preserve the freshness and nutrition of the fish. This method is often preferred in high-end seafood restaurants. In addition, red snapper can also be prepared into red snapper with passion fruit sauce, with the combination of the sweetness of the fish and the sourness of passion fruit, creating an attractive, unique dish. This dish is not only delicious but also very eye-catching, suitable for parties or special occasions. To create dishes from red snapper more easily. Many people also choose to use recipes from famous chefs. Or attend cooking classes to improve their cooking skills. This not only helps them discover more unique ways of processing but also creates meaningful meals for family and friends. Finally, using red snapper in meals is also meaningful in preserving and developing local culinary culture. When red snapper is processed and consumed sustainably, it not only brings nutritional value but also contributes to preserving the culinary identity of the sea. From catching to processing, each stage brings a rich and meaningful experience to the enjoyer. Red snapper, with delicious and nutritious meat, is often caught by many different methods. The most popular being fishing and netting. The ideal time to catch is early morning or late afternoon, when the fish are most active. Fishermen often look for areas with coral reefs or strong currents. Where red snapper gather, they use natural bait such as shrimp, small fish or artificial bait to attract fish. Once caught, snapper need to be processed immediately to ensure freshness, usually by cleaning, removing the viscera and storing them on ice. Compliance with seasonal and minimum size regulations is also important to protect fish stocks, helping to ensure the sustainability of snapper populations in the future. Once caught, prompt storage and processing is important to keep the fish fresh. Fishermen often clean the fish, remove the viscera and store them in ice or freezers to prevent spoilage. This not only helps to preserve the flavor but also ensures the nutritional quality of the fish. During the fishing process,